Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. Black Swarm. The raid has started an hour ago in Alpha. Just started here a moment ago in Beta, which is where I am. And so I have not actually seen any of the targets besides little tangential things I've seen on Discord. But we got 6 days, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but let me introduce everybody from left to right. Magic Mike, who now just wants to be called Cuteness. I don't understand that, but we'll move on.
Howdy ho. My, got y'all looking good, swell.
Yeah. And Lady Cat,
Hello.
Jeff,
Hello, pirates.
Aussie,
Good morning, everybody.
and this is Hefe. So let's
Cute.
go ahead and start with the briefing. I want to make it try and run through the slides a little quickly in case anybody that's in alpha or towards we go long enough in beta that's got any information on these targets, because from what I've seen they don't really look like the VXP targets, at least the ones I've seen. There's land in them. They look a little bit more complicated than what we saw. So it'd be great to have you guys on that have learned something from either being an alpha for an hour, or if we finish up, the slides in 35 minutes, learn something in beta. The rest of you guys are just making stuff up. So you're welcome to come on, but first priority to the rest of the guys. So I'm going to put Lady Cat on present, and the elusive, we'll deal with the bug fixes. Elusive CIC and UAV range are now visible in combat. This is a good thing. It's a large green sort of compass-looking thing that gives you that range. It works. Prior to this past update, you couldn't see that 130 range. You just had to, guesstimate where it might be. So it's very helpful for the raid as far as being able to strategically use the UAVs that come from your normal steel plates. Because they had the long range. The flagship only has a range of 93, I think. So that coincides with your depth charges. So, any thoughts on that, anybody?
Nope.
Okay. Alrighty. I consider it a good thing because we would have been in a lot of trouble, I think, with the way it was originally released. Stuns will no longer affect interceptor weapons for longer than they should. So that implies that there was a problem there.
Hang on a minute, just going back to those UAVs a sec, but the normal silverfish, I'm just looking at it, their range is 97 to 130.
Yeah.
Why would they have it different?
Have what? The flag?
Have different ranges, yeah.
Just in case you get inside of it. You see there's a different reload, there's a different stun time. I guess it's in case they close in too much. It sort of makes sense. The big problem was, it's the shorter range one is actually weaker as far as stun time and reload. But at least you don't have that blind spot, and in case somebody gets close, you have a chance to stun them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So.
All right. Yeah. No worries.
The interceptor longer than they. Does anybody have any information on that one, or we can move on?
Didn't know anything about it.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next slide, lady. All right. Our assault skirmish calendar. I just have what Chris gave us in his CM diary. So we're running out of. We're already running out of dates. We're in the raid right now. Next week is the FM VXP weekend and Assault World map target transition. Which I'm not sure. We talked about this last week. We don't know if like the 95 is going away or anything like that. But and then the following week is going to be bounty and player inventory stash, which we now have at least a place to see our kits. We're not sure what kind of extra. Maybe we'll have searchability like I've been asking for, or some sort of organization of our tokens that's better than what it is. So,
I hate looking for tokens.
Yeah, I wish we had a storage for them.
You want to build something, and you go, okay, oh, I've got a token. How many tokens have I got?
Yeah.
And you got to go scroll through the whole list, and then if you miss it, you go backwards or forwards for a couple of minutes trying to find a damn thing.
If we can put ships in storage, why can't we put tokens in storage?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the Conqueror tokens, they're in a really weird place. They're nowhere near the Defender tokens. It's a real mess.
Yeah, they just put them anywhere. They just seem to go anywhere.
I think it's chronological. I think it's chronological based on when they were originally created by them. Maybe not when they were released. It's it's a mess. So let's go on.
And a storage thing would be good because I mean, my list is that long. It's ridiculous, and it's like, where am I ever going to build citadels?
Right. Or revenants.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff there that we're never going to use again. Can we, have a storage area or something? Yeah, be good.
Yeah, or at least a search thing, like just be able to search on whatever name of it is and see. Okay, I have 12 of these. I have whatever. I can get whatever build done that I want. So let's move to the next slide. All right, Black Swarm, as I teased earlier, a six-day raid. I guess this is going to be the norm from now on. So, alrighty.
Which is actually good, I think. You're not under as much pressure to do as much in a short amount of time.
Until they put the stuff in at the very end and you haven't got enough and you have to go crazy to try and catch up.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of an issue, but or they account for it in the economics of the prize cost relative to the target rewards, and they're like, okay, they got 6 days, so now now we can double the prices of everything. That's the other, yeah. Phil, I noticed that as well. So I don't know. You're gonna have to blame Kickstarter on that one. So let's move on to the next one. Whoops. I guess I hadn't allowed that one to be.
I noticed that too. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Here's a summary. 2 new top prizes: the Strider Interceptor Hull, which we'll get into, and the Fire Brat, which has been renamed Suppressor. Still pushing to bring that back. Which we'll get into. We found a little bit of details about this from Goldendoodle today. There's 4 top tier targets, and the way this is written is really not what is going on. If you read through this, you get a little bit confused by reading through it. But basically, there's 2 sets of top targets. Well, let's go to the next slide. That explains it better. All right. At the top, we have the 501 and the 500 targets, which are worth 500 each with a 1 million completion bonus. They have 2 of the gluttonies in the prime gluttonies, which you are supposed to kill with Suppressor / Fire Brat, which is the new ship that is one of the prizes in this raid. And then you come in with your normal ships, but you can hit this at any point as long as, I don't know if they're target locked, but you don't have to. The way things have been written previously, you don't have to hit the lower levels, the 112 and the 114, to unlock that anyway. They just recommended to do it that way. And that's worth 250, and 500,000. So we have our normal set completion bonus ratio of prizes to bonus on these ones. And unless somebody is, like I said, the game just started with me, so The way I read through this, I felt there was a potential typo, but this could be the way they're going with the game. If you look at Tier 8, which is intended for your Saturn and Nemesis, this is they have two different sets. One's the 110 and 108, which were the S targets in the last part of the raid, which were very difficult to hit with your just a Nemesis. Much easier with the Saturns. But you see a change in the structure here where it's 100, 100, and then 100. We're getting half the completion bonus. In theory, those points have been tucked into the actual target. And then you see the 100 and 102, 60, 60, 80, a slight increase over the other one, assuming that these things are correct, like I said.
They are, I just checked.
They are correct? Okay. So we're seeing either a weird way to devalue the target or a weird way to increase the value of the individual targets over the total set bonus. So it could be viewed as good or bad.
Well, in one way, no, that's pretty good, because if someone can't do one of the two targets, at least they can do one and still get 100,000 instead of only whatever it was before, and get an extra, extra in the set bonus,
correct,
or the completion bonus. So it is, in one way, it's better, because if you're going to do the set anyway, you're going to get the points whichever way you do it.
Yeah. Like I said, it's good and bad, because now, like the people that are prepping and whatnot, it's become a whole different thing. I definitely see the good side of it. I do see the bad side of it as far as looking at some of these targets. From what I guess, the score targets are way faster than the assault targets, because the assault targets took all day. These targets, and with the amount of points that you're getting relative to the prizes, and it's pretty much 10 plus minutes per target. At least if you're using Nemesis, it's a long grind. It's a lot of target hitting. It's hours and hours and hours, the way I look at it, if you're trying to use these. And then we see the 101, the 100, and the 102, which are the first ones in the cycle. If you're using Bat Rays and Razor Tails, I don't remember what the 86 and 88 are. Those were old B level targets, and I don't know that I ever hit them. I think I went right to the S sets with mine.
But that's awesome because almost everybody has Bat Rays. I know not everybody does, but almost everybody has Bat Rays. Yeah. So everybody's going to be able to do something in this raid.
Yeah, and the bonus has gone back to the way it was before, where you're getting the full amount.
Right.
That's why I was curious if there was a typo originally. So
it should be. They should go and fix that set completion bonus, but
I don't know if they should or they shouldn't. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see as far as how they've tuned some of these targets. But my big fear with the 100, the 102, the 108, and the 110 is merely the time for completion for the people that haven't finished their silverfish and flag and whatnot. That's recommended for these. So, all right, and I have no idea what a seaworthy ship might be. I'm assuming it doesn't include Conquerors and Interceptors. I don't know.
Seawolf.
Yeah, but I mean, we didn't get any details on that. So
that's a new one. I've never seen them ever do that before.
No.
I could take that back. Back when they had no restrictions at all on the targets, you could hit with whatever you owned. Yeah. So I guess a lot of people are going to be trying everything, throwing the kitchen sink at them now.
Yeah, but at 5,000 points, I don't know how.
If the app works for you and you're going to auto.
Well, yeah. The other issue is, from what I've seen, the spawn rate on the 40 level targets is quite low. So you're not going to really be able to pile up a lot of points associated with these. But
I mean, if you're only going for the suppressor only, that's 200 targets, 200 sets.
yeah,
It's like that's a lot of sets just to do 40 sets.
Yeah.
You know?
okay. Well, let's move on to. I think we're going to go to Wrong Thinker Strategy Guide. Yes. There's not a lot of, I don't know, insight or whatnot in these. I think it let us know a few things, but we have the dagger tooth, which we've seen for a long time. Usually dies pretty quick. The weapon is a depth charge with it doing explosive damage, and a torpedo doing concussive. And yeah, it's puny and Let's go on. The cargo crawler. This is new. It's just does it just fires torpedoes, just the normal torpedoes, not the smart torpedoes. It's extremely easy to defeat. It's likely to be protected by other hostiles. Now the question I had, and it didn't get answered in here, but CM Geely said that the reason they have these corrosive symbols is it's not the corrosive symbol, it's the scourge symbol. And this is sort of implying that this is an elite ship in the fleet. We've seen this go on before where certain ships have preferred stats and they have higher stats than other ones. And sometimes they move, you may hit the same target, and sometimes that may move around. As far as different ships would have this, and they're usually a little harder to kill as far as I can tell. And most targets, it's sort of hard to tell with these swarming skirmish targets who's actually doing the most damage. So let's go to the next one. Stonefish, we've seen before. Depth charge is explosive, concussive. This is the one, it doesn't appear to surface that easily. So that's the one they want you to recommend to have the Cav Aura, which you can get with your, it's the Elusive, and what's the name of the other CIC? The other one has a more of aggressive name.
I don't know, Deadly or something.
Give me a sec.
Okay.
Where am I?
But that CIC has, it's very similar to the Razor Tail, but it has double the power of the Razor Tail. And we'll probably know more on Friday what the right mix of CICs is. Right now, I assume it's 2 of one and 3 of the other. 2 of the ones that surface the ship, or some portion surfaces the ship, and the other one destroys the incoming smart torpedoes. It's deadly, right? Is it?
Yeah, it is called Deadly, yeah. I was
Okay.
just waiting for you to finish before I said anything.
I was reading twice today.
I see. Well, I'm not going to say anything about a broken clock, but you sort of threw that out there that I wouldn't want to be that mean, but let's go on to the next one.
And the one good thing about those CICs is it's an instant swap.
Yes.
Well, 1 second.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. I mean, they've done something right.
As long as your shipyard's not busy, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
The other one's the electric eel, which used to have a thorns mechanism. I don't see anything written about that here, but this is the only ship that fires the smart torpedo, which you can kill with the elusive CIC or try to drive until they run out of fuel and dodge them. It does cold snap and concussive. I looked at it because I was a little worried when I saw cold snap. All of our ores are cold snap immune, so this might be a bastardization of the word, because because cold snap normally negates any aura that's not immune to it. But I think this version of cold snap is a fire field or an ice field on the water that slows you down and whatnot. So So, if you can kill these ones, you don't have to worry about the smart torpedoes anymore. Based on what's been written here, things may change. So, let's go to the next one. Goblin Shark gets pissed off when you hit the dagger tooth or the carpet crawler. Explosive and concussive increases their threat. Normally, what happens is you get they get an increase in what we've seen previously is they have an increase in combat speed, an increase in damage, but a decrease in resistances. They become more vulnerable to fire, is what we've seen historically, but I don't know about this because I used to like to piss them off and then just kill them because it was much easier to kill at that point. But they might have made modifications since then.
Is it just me, or do they all look the same? Every one of these slides, I'm like, that looks like the last one.
And it does. They all look alike. It's just some of their little icons are different.
Yeah, I thought that too until you just sit and look at them for a minute.
Well, the icons, I don't think these icons stick with each one. This one's showing that I think it's getting healed by the Gluttony in this instance. It's I wouldn't pay attention to I would pay attention to the ship shape.
Yeah.
I think those icons will change. Okay, let's move on. The Gluttony. Again, okay. Ooh. I guess we won't do it yet. Because I guess it comes in as part of a click, but it does has depth charges for explosive. Depth charge barrage. I think I included in the slide correctly, but I thought it was going to pop up here. Surprised it hasn't. That's not really a depth charge. It's a mortar. So you do have a reason to have gales on your ships. It took us hours today to get this out of Kix's Eye after we saw this because everybody was like, what's going on here? It heals the other ships. And go ahead.
They must have modified or updated the forum page for that one because it actually says weapon mortar barrage explosive on the forum at the moment. So they've changed that. Okay,
yeah, because we spent about 3 or 4 hours earlier today trying to figure this out. So I guess they changed it since then. Yeah. Give it a click. Oh, okay. Somehow yes, that's the problem. There was a duplicate of that slide. I replaced it with mortars. Okay, because we were all quite confused if the gales were useful at all. Because one more click. Last night, and I guess certain people at this point, they were selling completed silverfish with the Gale defense system on it. And prior to them making that change, there was no reason to have it on the ships because Gales only counter mortars and UAVs. So there was no mortars and UAVs from the enemy ships, except for this one. So, okay. And I guess the toxic cloud now does damage. It didn't really last year or so. It hasn't really done any damage. It's sort of just been decorative.
So don't eat the yellow snow.
Yes.
Back to that again.
So that's the end of his briefing. Is there anything that
there is one more ship in there that I don't know if you saw it before. It's the Gluttony Prime.
Yeah, that's probably that is in the experimental target.
Yeah, no, I just thought because you were doing the slides and you were going through this whole sheet that's on the forum, and the Gluttony Prime was between the Gluttony you just did and the yellow snow.
Yeah, I think that's the problem why I had them copied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a duplicate where I originally had that in there and somehow deleted the wrong one when I was making the slides.
Okay. Yeah, so that one there, weapon type is rocket barrage explosive. So.
And that's the one that you're intended to kill with the fire brat / suppressor. Yeah, and that's only in the top level elite 500 and 501 targets.
Okay.
So,
One comment I want to make about the hails.
uh,
They don't seem to be necessary because at least my run at the target, they're always behind you or shooting somewhere else. They're kind of, you can ignore them, so you're kind of wasting unless you're autoing.
well,
They say,
don't you also run into a weight issue if you don't use them?
oh, I never thought of that. I never put anything else on it in its place, but it doesn't look like the hail is doing anything useful.
Yeah, but doesn't it create? You said you're hitting the targets. Are you hitting? Is it creating an ice field?
I didn't see an ice field form around me the entire time.
Okay, but did it form around those mortars that fell or no?
Yes.
Okay, so that might be one reason to shoot them down, because if you shoot them down in the air, then the ice field doesn't form, giving you more maneuverability potentially. But I wish I had done it. I think the weight of the barbed Gatling guns is 2,090 or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that
was
with-
just looking at that. If you take an anti off and don't put another anti on, it goes overweight.
Yeah.
You can use an MDS3, not an MDS3, a Comrant, and it's fine. But if you try and put another weapon on there, it's way over.
A Comrant might be a better choice, though. Almost, it looks like
Yeah.
most of the damage is coming from the
Yeah,
water. It's hard to tell right
Torpedo.
now in a couple hits, but
yeah.
Yeah, but the Comrant, I don't know how many salvo. If you have, let's say you have 5 on your fleet, how many?
5 is a salvo.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have a salvo of 5, so you're going to be shooting 5 every 0.2 seconds. And what's the reload time?
6.
6. So you're going to divide that by 4, and then in addition, so you're probably down to about a 1 second reload once you add in your countermeasure specials and being scald. So they're going to have to send a lot of torpedoes if you want to have 10 on your fleet, because now you're looking at 50 going out. I don't know. It may turn out to be advantageous, but like I said, I haven't hit the targets, and we're all learning.
Yeah, but if you look back on the Bat Ray ones, the Comrants seem to be working fine in the beginning and shooting just about every torpedo coming in. And then by the end of the raid cycle, I was lucky to hit 2 out of 10.
Yeah, they just keep on upping the evade on the.
Yeah, and it's like it didn't. Yeah.
now because it's my first hit, take it as with a grain of salt. But I took 3 hours damage on the first 102 or 112 or whatever it is.
Okay.
Just one. You didn't do it sad.
You're fully built out?
Well, the flag has some room for improvement, but
No, but every slot's got something in it?
I have no weapons on the flag. Everything else is fully done.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's tolerable, I guess.
I just did a 102 for like 13 minutes. But most of it's on the flags.
Yeah. Okay. But the 102, yeah.
That's from the West.
Yeah, those are the assault targets. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the 108, 110. Is that the ones you mean?
It's only 60,000 points, so.
Yeah.
Oh, down there.
Targets to.
Yeah.
The 81, 83.
Okay. Let's.
That was just info. I wasn't bragging.
Okay. Well, I did them for instance on the map.
Well, that's.
Yeah. Let's see. Mortar. The Mortar Conqueror, the Strider. It's 3 million points. 23 hour repair time.
Oh,
What?
Yeah. No, sorry. Go on.
Okay. It has 2 weapon slots. One weapon slot, 1 special slot. This is our next version of the Interceptor. It doesn't have a arc. It just fires in 360. It's the next version. I mean, it's got a built-in volcano mortar with an 80 to 200 range. It looks like a complementary hull. Does a shitload of damage. The big thing that's missing off of this is projectile speed. That would be very important for people to know, but it's not on here. If it has, a 100 projectile speed, people can easily get out of the way. If it's, if it has a, so projectile speed would be very important, I think, to see here as far as deciding how to use it. But I don't know. Again, it's like the rest of the interceptors, 25-minute repair time. I don't know why it has a thermal range of 200. That feels a little bit new.
Well, that could be something coming up.
Yeah.
A submarine version.
Yeah, and this would be the spotter, because this would probably don't have any knowledge that it would, be doing. And probably there's not a special for it to do submerged damage. So this could only see them and not damage them.
We don't know what that special is either. It says special slot 1.
Oh, no. Okay, let's go to the next slide.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No problem. Let's go to the next slide, Lady Cat. All right, we have the Frigid Missile, which I tried to get clarification if it has a firing arc. Couldn't get that. But it has a range of 200 to 240, which is pretty picky. So I'm thinking maybe it doesn't have a firing arc, because that's hard to keep things in that range. And it has a slow effect, and doesn't do real, a huge amount of damage. And then we have a brute force cannon, which is quite short range, quick reload time, and does quite a bit of damage. And then we have the two specials. One adds combat speed, and the other one adds explosive range, which would only apply to the built-in volcano mortar of the ship, because it doesn't have an explosive weapon that goes with it. Thoughts, anybody?
It'll be interesting to see it.
It's going to make driving a heck of a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
driving against it, so you can't stop moving. But I'm not looking forward to the kind of finger dynamics in driving these things.
Well, go back one. Does it have a turn speed?
Turn speed of 50.
Okay.
What would it turn?
So it means that the combat speed and the turn speed are the same. Because that's what I was trying to figure out. If it had a turn speed, I'm like, it doesn't have a front or a back. And so therefore, there's no reason it's to have a turn speed. So combat speed and turn speed are the same. So it doesn't matter at that point. So, okay. I'm done with my curiosity.
If it's doing a 360 firing, 360, it doesn't need to turn.
Well, if you're trying to avoid or trying to put people inside of that range, yeah. If you're
not turning,
what I mean is you don't really need to turn. You just need to go up, sideways, diagonal. You don't really need to turn.
No turning involved.
Yeah.
Well, it's still turning if you're going sideways, diagonal. I don't know.
You just said it hasn't got a front or a back.
Exactly.
So you don't know which way you'll be going.
Yeah.
I had a friend once that didn't. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we want to go there.
I'm going to go get a beer and let Mike expound on this, his friend. But
I don't think he should. This is
okay.
live. Didn't you start something last week about that?
It got the effect. It got the effect.
Shining something?
Okay.
It got the effect.
All right. Are you twisting my arm? Well, let's go to the next slide then. All right. Here's the Fire Brat / Suppressor. It has a 4-day, 5-hour build time. It has, much like the Interceptor, has one weapon and one special slot. You can use the normal ones that you would use on a skirmish ship. It's got an extensively long deep dive of where is that again? It's 1,200 seconds, so 20 minutes. So you can, as long as you stay moving for 20 minutes, you're going to stay submerged. This is intended for, and purely intended for, these high-level 500 and 501 targets. They will not perform that well, according to Goldendoodle, on the lower-level targets. Otherwise, a lot of the it has two built-in weapons. One is an aura, which we'll get to in a little bit, and it has a built-in Gatling gun. From what we were told by Goldendoodle, things that shrink your weapon range will not shrink the size of this aura. So things like Reaver Scout Engine or things of that nature, which I don't know. I have to see the target. Like it does. If you have 20 minutes submerge time, who cares how fast you go if nothing can get to you? So unless the only issue would be if your target is moving and you have to keep it inside of that range. But Reaver Scout Engine would split the range of the silencer Gatling gun. The thing to know is you have to be surfaced in order to use either the aura or the silencer Gatling gun or the weapon that would be equipped to it. It's sort of an interesting little thing. Does anybody have anything on it now? Or there's a couple clicks on this slide. It's 4 million points.
It's like the top prize in the raid, so we're all going to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I'm going to want to use it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see the targets. And,
yeah, I'll have to see it.
Yeah, and I think that's this build time is probably the reason we saw. I'm not convinced that FM screw up with the extra tokens was not intentional.
And now I'm thinking I should have held on to those tokens to do this.
Well, everybody didn't get them.
Oh, that's true. Sorry.
I think Mike's the only person that didn't get them, which is confusing because, yeah, we'll get in. Like Admiral Hawk was still claiming it hours later, so I'm not really.
God knows I tried.
Yeah. No, and I was trying to help you, but
you were. I even whined like a baby to kicks, and it didn't help.
Okay. And also, you see the plus 250 combat speed, which. You know, I don't know. I mean, until you see the target, I'm not really sure what that special should be because if you're 100%, we get it up to 90. Yeah, it's 45 times 3.5. So that's crazy fast, even without putting an engine on it.
Live math, people.
Yeah, that would have a combat speed of 157.5, even without an engine. So, I saw people talking about the Reaver Scout engine. I don't know if it's necessary.
Don't need an engine. But I do.
No, I'm not sure what it needs, but
just a weapon special, probably. I don't know that damage is pretty high, though, isn't it?
Well, the aura. Give it a click, Lady Cat. Okay, this is more general, but the Suppressor is a precise tactical instrument, a scalpel against the growing infection of the Scourge. Designed specifically to counter non-player gluttonies, this hull has an anti-gluttony damage aura, which I don't think it specifies in the stat block, but that it's been repeated that this only works on PvE gluttonies. Has the ability to deep dive after a period of moving continuously, 4 seconds, which I think is going to show up later. When deep diving, the Suppressor can drive worry-free past enemies. However, stopping for even a brief moment causes the ship to emerge. Savvy players will note that the Suppressor does not fare well in head-to-head combat, and therefore best suited to quick assassinations before escaping back into the depths long enough to safely retreat. And give it one more click.
They're starting to get better writers.
Yes. The Suppressor aura. Well, I think it's Goldendoodle. Remember the one that he wrote about the one that was the one about the Saturn. that was absolutely hilarious. It was like to give you a better view of Uranus and all that. It was epic. It was epic. Money Road. I forget the exact words to it, but I think that's Goldendoodle that's doing this. The Suppressor's aura kills a glut in about 0.03 seconds. So the weapon seems to be superfluous, as would a special to help the weapon, because I don't know that you can help an aura. So if that works out to be true, maybe it's a defensive special, or I don't know. Until we see what's going on there, I'm not sure what special would go on there well. And the 4 seconds means it takes 4 seconds of it moving to go back into the deep dive.
You can kill it right away, but if anything else is around, you've got only 4 seconds.
Yes, and basically the way I understand that, without seeing it, which it sort of sounds silly that I'm even talking about it. Well, people are out there hitting them, but basically, you need to find a dead zone where the other ships aren't close to it, and then you choose to submerge at that or surface at that point when you think you have a break in the cloud, so to speak, to go and kill it, and then submerge back again before they show back up again. Is the strategy. And in the target, there's 2 of these gluttonies that you need to kill, the prime gluttonies. So, alrighty, let's move on unless anybody has any more on the Fire Brat.
No, the only thing I want to say is I wish we'd had all this information a week ago.
Or 3 weeks ago.
Or
yeah.
3 weeks ago, even.
Yeah.
To get it all today was just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay, next.
That's the homeless special. This is actually a new release. And the price shows it. It's 2.5 million points. The Fire Brat was 4, the Strider was 3, and this is 2.5. It takes about 20 hours to build. And what exactly are you going to do with this? I would understand if this might be cool if this was Skirmish Garrison. But Skirmish by itself, I don't see a purpose behind it. You get minimal points from your Razor Tail. Both the Fire Brat and the Silver Tail only have concussive bonuses, and we only have, weapons that are concussive for them that are at tier 8. Why do we need to have something that has explosive damage buffs while the flavor text says it does increase its concussive damage? This one's, I don't know. Jeff, you were born in Canada. You want to explain what they're doing here?
Explain what? You mean what the Canadian Navy would do with such a thing?
No, well, Kicksai's moved up to Canada, and I thought you might have a closer idea of they've
gone Swedish on us already.
Okay. I was just checking. Yeah,
because I mean, this one is a mystery piece, and they put it in, take it out.
It's a homeless special. It doesn't have a home.
Yeah,
it speaks for itself.
Okay,
but we have to get it. I mean, they'll pull it forever, and if we don't get it, it'll be essential to something we're doing 3 months from now.
Yeah. On Thursday, they're going to change the stats on it, and it was supposed to be concussive the whole time, and then everybody will understand what the purpose was behind it. But yeah, I was just hoping you all, the whole group up there had telepathy or something that would help me understand what they were trying to get across to us here. But I think this is our last slide. I mean, as far as recommendations on there, I wouldn't spend your first 2.5 million points on this. How about leave it at that? Does that make sense?
I can't even find that in the list.
Do you know what doesn't make sense?
It's on the list. It's just not. It's a new release, but they didn't act like it was a new release.
No,
It's about 3 down on the list.
you don't need a whole lot in this raid, right? There's not that much new stuff, right?
No.
Have you seen the leaderboard already?
Yeah,
No.
this is it's really a catch-up raid for looking at
Yeah,
all this.
that's what I said to everyone. It's sort of like you get the first couple of things and that's it.
Yeah, I might get some more Hyper 30.
Until they add stuff. Until they add stuff. I mean, in Pillage, the original ask relative to the secondary ask as far as points that we were, was way higher. I mean, I was fine to get, 60K on the first one. Then I end up with 400 or whatever. I mean, afterwards to get the rest of the stuff that they released later. So it's, I would plan for the release of the Kraken. I don't know what's going to happen. I would plan that they were going to release something on, it's Wednesday now, Friday evening. That we'll see something else pop up. That's the only thing that really makes sense to me.
If I was a betting man, there'd be something coming.
Yeah. So, no low hanging fruit tonight. But yeah, if anybody wants to come in, the link is on the right-hand side, especially for anybody that has experience with these targets and seems to have an understanding of it, and especially if you'd like to screen share, hitting one of the newer targets, welcome to show up. And
I just hit the other one for 4 coins.
Okay. Well, do you want to do you want to show anybody the targets since you're actually hitting them?
You heard about my freeze ups when I watched, right?
Okay.
No, I'll do it. But
okay.
But just be warned, I'll drive very badly when I'm being watched.
No. I think it's potentially not even your technique, but a lot of the people at this point, especially we still have 2 worlds that haven't even seen the target. So,
okay.
But yeah. As far as
I'm willing to humiliate myself. Here we go.
I put you in present, and I don't think the missing tech for the silverfish is going to show up, but the Praetorian tokens, that's a better thing. I think the missing tech for the silverfish is probably going to show up in the next FM. So,
Epic.
yes, Corey, how are you doing?
Good. Did you see they added a new coin option, 6,000 gold?
They also added the 25.
Yeah, I saw that. I just got home. I saw that stuff. How's everybody doing?
Okay.
Do I have to do anything to share my screen, or am I good?
There's a little thing that looks like a TV with a green background and a white arrow.
Okay, I see it. Click that.
Okay. Click on it, and then you have different options depending on how many monitors you may have, but you can see what you were about to share.
I'll just go with the whole
It's
screen.
usually on the left side of that box that pops up.
Okay, tell me if you can see my...
Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good.
Okay, no laughing now.
Just dance like nobody's watching. Just go for it.
Well,
But
I have...
And if you have a chance at the beginning, if they're not attacking you immediately, give people an overview of the target, just so they can see the whole thing for people that haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
You can click that hide button down the bottom too to get rid of that white bit off your screen.
To get that? Okay. Whoops.
Oops. Sorry, I forgot to do that.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Now we're all dying.
Now you're screwed.
No, okay, so these are the only guys that start after you right away, and you just sort of kite them a bit and hope that the countermeasures are doing their duty. You see the long-range rockets hitting the whole time. Too bad you can't counter them. And there's that cool freeze effect. You see where they freeze?
Not yet.
Oh, you missed it. There was one of them was just sitting there waiting to try and move.
Well, you got to remember, we're watching.
Here we
You're on the bottom of the screen, and all we can see is all of us because we're on the actual live panel. Remember?
Oh, okay.
You gotta
So
go
should I-
move
What you
to the
can
middle
do
of
to
the
get rid
screen.
of that, hang on, each person, if you go up to your bar at the top there where it's got your microphone and everything, there's a little box to the left. If you click that, not you.
Oh, I got.
everybody else.
I know what you're saying. I see. All right, cool.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
rid of everyone's names and everything.
Oh, nice. I did not know that.
Whoa, I'm out of control.
What is
All
this?
right,
A 112? Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
wonderful.
there's the funny guy with the green symbol and a whole bunch of his friends around him. I don't know which one of those is the healing ships, but I didn't hit the healing ship quickly in the 114, and I took about twice as much damage because I didn't. You kind of have to ignore being attacked and go after the healing ship really soon when you see it, because otherwise you're going to be hitting everything twice.
What the hell? They run away from you?
Yeah, and you sort of
That's a first.
yeah, and so you kind of ignore them and you sort of go. See that smart torpedo? He follows you for a long time compared to the old one.
Are you shitting me?
Can't you?
Come on.
What?
That thing should be dead already. What the
what's
hell is
the
the point
IC
of all
going
the shit we have on our damn ships?
Don't worry about it. He dies, and then I just try and.
Have you got the elusive CIC on there?
No, I have the.
You don't have any? No,
Why?
Well,
you don't
that's
have.
it's.
You got to put one. It takes 1 second.
Oh, even with one, it takes 1 second.
Yeah, the CIC
See
is
how-
1 second.
See how long it follows me, and then it does the ice thing.
Yeah, you
I
should
was
have
gonna
at
say,
least
if
one.
you've
You
got
need
the
one.
elusive CIC on there, that's just useless.
But-
it's going to
but
take that long to kill it.
But I like to bring those other guys to the surface quickly, is why I did that. But it might not have been the right tactic.
You're doing all right. Just keep going.
Yeah, I haven't taken too much damage yet. Something mysterious hits me near the end that adds all the coins, and maybe you guys can watch it and see what it is. See how they're just different shades of the same color? I mean, shades of the same boat. I have no idea what these two different boats are.
Yeah, one was just submerged. That was all.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Yeah, because that one you're killing now was submerged. That was
Yeah, it
another
didn't go-
smart
it did-
torpedo.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
come into range yet, so it didn't read it in the water. And the
Yeah.
one was it read because it sonar, and then the other one was just past the sonar, so it was still hidden.
Yeah, I won't be able to outrun this torpedo because I'll be sandwiched if I do.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, see, they surface once you get close enough,
Yeah,
and then yeah.
and that's probably because I have 5 of those.
Ooh, that
surfacing
didn't
things.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's where the damage came from.
Yeah, you got to go put one of those CICs on, bud.
Yeah, I didn't realize till now what the damage came from. Now I know.
That was a big chunk, dude, from one
Yeah.
smart torpedo.
Yeah.
8, pretty much an 8, wasn't it? 8
Yeah.
damage. Went from none
Yeah.
to
Looks like a
half
coin.
of that quarter.
Yeah.
So, it's
Oh,
an 8.
wall coming up.
These freaking pop-ups
It's sort of
don't go
I
through
hate-
the yellow P,
recycled
the yellow
target.
snow.
Yeah, that's the old
This is-
cannoneer
They have-
targets.
Lady
Yeah.
Cat, this is just
Didn't
a
they
recycled
learn?
target. I don't like this. Well, I don't
Didn't
like the
they
fact
learn
that
from the fucking cannoneer?
I know,
What's
right?
that?
The pop-up walls and shit, all the dumb shit.
Oh yeah, and it's lagging like mad. Can you tell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's got to wait to load once you get to a certain point, so it's like super lag. It's like, what fucking idiot came up with this idea?
Yeah, that
Especially after
caused
they
a lot
knew.
of lag when it
This
first
smart
came out.
torpedo coming in.
Just start
Yeah.
the damn map. I mean, the target with everything above water. Why is this pop-up crap going on? Like, there's no need for this crap.
Yeah.
They keep adding.
Okay,
It's just making it
torpedo
more
gone.
complicated.
Now, what they're trying to make you do, I think, is go on the other side of that wall, and once that wall comes up, you've only got a little area to play in because you can't go through the yellow snow.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an opening up there. But
I hope no more smart torpedoes come while I'm going up here. Oh, I just crashed.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
Now you're dead. Good. There goes that.
Well, I'll
Okay,
get
I
back
hate
in
that.
as soon as I can. But luckily, I was in a void where nothing was coming
yeah,
after
but you're
me.
still moving. You were still moving though.
Yeah.
I-
Who knows what?
But I think I stopped
Yeah, but you
short
should
of
be okay. You should stop as long as another smart torpedo doesn't come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be
torpedoes are
alright.
the only thing that'll kill me now. There we go. I'm back in.
You got back
No,
in
you're,
pretty
you're-
quick.
you're getting dead. You better start moving. Something hit you.
Whoa.
You're lucky. Lucky
Whoa.
he stopped where he did. Whoops, smart torpedo.
Torpedo, yeah. It's going to get me. No, it's not.
Oh, and you went in the yellow pit. Yep.
Dude,
Oh,
what is going on?
No, you know what
Came
happens?
up.
This is the stupid thing that happens to me as well. When you go into okay, you're in battle, it crashes. When you come back in, you go, yes, I want to go to my battle, but it hasn't loaded the rest of the screens like it just did. Oh, we've got the raid going, we've got this going. Here's 10 different bloody daily. What do you call them?
Deals.
Deals you can do, and you got to click through like different.
There's the mortars for the first time you're seeing them.
You got to click off 3 different screens to get them all the way.
Oh, the ghost crawler's healing. Or no, who's healing? Wait, what's going on here?
The guy with the one of the
glut.
The rest, yes.
You can't tell which one it is.
Here.
Yeah, but you can't tell which one. Isn't it supposed to be blue? The guy that's doing it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know which one's doing it, so I don't know which one to attack.
If it is, it's that one on right behind you. The one that's shining now.
It looks like it's the bottom. The one in the.
Oh, it should be a gluttony, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was a glut, so it should be on the bottom.
This is awful.
Well, none of them are healing now.
That's what I'm saying. The glut's not near them, so it has to be the glut.
Big glut.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I was going to say he's going to go through a wall.
We'll start a GoFundMe page for you, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at the damage, dude. You're getting smoked. I want to go change that.
Yeah.
CIC.
See, look, now they've come closer to the gluttony. They're healing again.
Yeah, it's the glut.
Yeah.
So the glut that was stuck on the wall there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
okay.
him.
That's good to recognize him now because I'll kill him first next time.
Dude, you got to change CICs. You're hammered. You got hammered,
Well,
bro.
Well, yeah. Obviously, since the smart torpedoes last forever in this game.
But at least you've got the link to this show that you can put in your ticket to show that you crashed on live TV.
Oh, that's true. And if,
you know what they'll say though? They'll turn around and go, "Yeah, we've previewed that, and you didn't take any damage while you were crashed."
Yeah. That was a lot.
I'll come up with that one.
He actually did. I noticed. He got hit by at least one smart torpedo, maybe two.
Did he?
Yeah. He was at an eighth, and he was actually under a quarter when he came back.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he was too. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was something weird about that. I thought I just didn't notice.
Yeah, it must have
But
been.
you're right. I must have been hit at least once, if not twice.
Yeah, maybe twice, because it was a big chunk. Yeah.
So I guess I switch all my CICs and see what happens.
I would try one or two and just see how that works.
Yeah, well, if your dock's open or your shipyard's open, I mean, just do one at a time. Do one.
Do one and try
and
the
do another target. See what happens.
Yes.
If it's not good enough, do another one. Get
you
your balance.
And you actually have to do it right now.
More damage.
You actually have to do it right now to show us, so we know.
Yeah, so coin that.
Coin that.
Coin that shit. Make it better.
Yeah.
That was my worst. That was my first time.
Peer pressure.
Okay.
Well, maybe you don't. Maybe just coin your strongest one, the one that's not damaged the most. Coin just that one ship. Change the CIC real quick. Take it in a target and see what it does to a smart torp, and then get the fuck out. Just at least we know.
Hey, hi, Lord. Can you turn your volume down on your mic? I can't. I can only turn everybody up at this point. But you're blasting me. So normally it's other people that notice, but yeah, at this point it's Just crank the volume down on your mic a little bit. Is there anybody else? Since that went so well, is there anybody else?
What?
Look,
you got an option. Hey, look, you got an option to spend one coin.
For that 1 second? That's funny.
Yeah.
Does anybody want it? Since that went so well, is there anybody else that wants to do this?
Yeah, somebody else humiliate themselves. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a lot of figure out. I don't consider this like showing off. It's more like giving people an idea of what the hell's going on with the target.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I saved somebody else.
Well, it's like that then. If he hadn't put that on present, he hadn't shown us, he wouldn't have known to swap the CICs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is it better or no?
Well, he doesn't know yet, isn't he?
No, my mic.
Oh,
I don't know.
Another notch.
You were blasting me earlier. I mean,
start getting excited. That's when you.
I know. It's definitely
you're still like, about 3 times louder than everybody else. So
where's the volume at?
I don't know. You have some sort of wireless whatever thing. I don't know. Well, it's probably not best for the live show, but if you have Windows 10, go down to the bottom right and go to Open Sound Settings, and you should be able to find your device. And change the level of your input device.
Oh.
Oh dear. This might not
You
work
know.
well.
So
There's only got one ship now.
One ship was not a good idea. I don't know what we were
What
thinking.
idea was this?
No, to check the smart torpedo. That's it, just to see if it stopped.
Yeah, but he
it, not
can't.
fight it.
He's getting killed. He's getting shot by
Yeah, I'll
the
end
three
up
that's
spending-
coming in.
I wonder where the smart torpedo ship is, so I can at least see one. I'll go up here and see if I can
Well,
get
the
one.
Up there, they
Smart
move.
torpedo is the electric eel, which is the little skinny one that used to have the
Or
that
any-
one up
oh,
there.
there it is, way
One
up
that's
there.
more
Moving.
yeah,
So-
The one that's not.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the one I have to go into the middle of a melee in order to get it to fire.
Well, they're all
There we
running.
go.
They're all running.
There we
for it.
go.
I mean,
There
nice
we go.
try, guys.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Nice
There we
try.
go. Oh, we're seeing it. It's killing the torpedo slowly. I think
I
2
reckon
will
2.
be better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you need 2. I think you're right.
Yeah.
That would have been your chance to take him out right there, because he was open.
Run like hell because you're gonna need to retreat.
There you go. See, ooh, shit, still took a heap of
I think
damage
it's going to be a problem.
because it blew up right behind you there.
Yeah. But it did.
Yeah.
It did kill. 2 will take care of it. Oh, yeah. I'm going to lose another.
Another smart torpedo coming in. Oh dear, this might not have been a good idea.
Oh well. I took 2 coins for the team. I can afford it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh well, now I know to take some off, and I can put the other CICs on the
I
rest.
saved somebody else some coins, so it was a net economic transfer.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So does anybody else want to come on and show us what
Their
they're
stuff.
doing? Show your stuff.
It's not that kind of show anymore. That's only on Friday nights, late night.
And the after
You notice most of the ships are not scratching it. It's only the smart torpedoes doing most of the damage. If I can actually pop all of those, then maybe I can do this for like 2 coins.
See, that would be dead now if you had 2. Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. See that one, you were able to outrun it because it had to go round the island, the walls.
Yeah, 2 of them and then leaving 3 on the other. I think we'll do it.
So find your
And I don't-
find your 3 most powerful ships, leave the other CIC on them, and your 2 weakest ships, put them on. So that way you got more firepower off the other ones.
Just gonna get it killed. This is getting tiresome.
Yeah, because you're not even scratching them, are you? With
No.
one. Have you got any weapons on that thing?
Oh no, I don't. It's gonna thud.
He hasn't either.
I was gonna say
right,
something because I knew you were like getting hammered. I'm like, dude, you're doing no damage. What's going on? You picked the wrong
No, I
ship.
just looked at it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she's not doing any damage. One ship's useless. And I thought, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
There's nothing
It's
in
gonna
his list.
In order to
Look
get
at the
done
list
on
on the
time.
right. There's nothing there.
Let's see the damage report.
Like I said earlier, he was born in Canada, so he's going with the pacifist technique.
Well, he did
Eventually-
say earlier that he only had
Eventually they would wear
one weapon
themselves
on that.
out, but yeah.
You said
But then-
earlier you only had one weapon on the flag.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it. I might have had a shot at that. Or escaping if I had used any other ship.
Yeah, he went the whole Rocky technique, hoping they would just wear themselves out. But yeah.
Yeah.
Bashed myself against their fist
He had
until
He had a choice of 5 ships.
yeah.
But that was but someone else did say use the one that's got the most health on it. To blame them.
Everybody out there, you've learned now what to do. So
Yeah, don't take your ship in it. It's got any
Watch
weapons
it
on it.
Watch Jeff and
Let's
you'll learn what
learn.
not to do.
yeah. Put weapons on your ships.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. Sorry. Oh dear.
So
That's funny.
You've got the flag in the middle. Take the first ship off. Take
What?
Oh no. Oh, hang on. No, the flag is in there.
The flag in the middle. Where the heck is my last over?
I know that's what I get. All the ships are the same, but you can't find one ship because it's in a different spot.
Yeah. What on earth? Where'd it go? There he is. The dead ships are easier to find.
No, what I thought. No, I didn't look at the picture properly because I'm looking at it on my laptop, but smaller. And that flagship, they had a flag. It was the Greta. I thought that was the flag for that.
Yeah, I have done that before. Like you put all the ships in and go, where the heck is the other one? And yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like another screen across. One to the left or one to the right, and it's like, but it's not. There's a big space between them. There's ships between them.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't sort beside their own ships. It's just kind of
all you have to do is have a different weapon or a different special or no special where the others have got 4. They've all got the same. 4 built exactly the same. The other one's got 1 special less, and it's another thing across.
I got 150 points for that.
Ooh,
nice.
Hey, a few thousand more of those, and you'll get the new ship.
Hey, I can auto.
Yeah. How many coins was that?
I think that's 2 coins to fix them.
Oh, I mean, no, just that one ship.
That's what I mean. 2.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Oh dear. Oh, I didn't mean to.
Oh, it's 4 coins.
4 coins for 150 points.
Oh,
that's not a good ratio.
Do you know what just proves this? Just proves though. That's got the expensive repair armor on it. Look what the other one takes.
Yeah,
I'm glad I whoops. I'm glad I.
Boops. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm trying to find. Okay, this one's not completely dead, but look at that. Only 2 coins for a mostly dead. Yeah. It's twice as expensive to repair. Yeah. The other armored fleet, or the other armored ship with the plate armor on it.
Yeah.
And that one had plate. The other 4 have the good stuff. And
well, you really took the wrong shipping. No weapon, the worst armor possible.
Yeah.
But you killed a smart torpedo.
Well, that was the whole point of the test, right? I passed the test.
Yeah, but I failed
the exam and passed the test, or something like that.
Oh dear.
But that means that I'm going to be swapping out that armor as soon as I can because it didn't give any better survivability, and it
cost you,
and it cost me a double repair. Isn't that kind of obvious though? I never understood why so many people are putting plate armor on. The hydroplate.
Oh shit! My race started.
Yeah, because that was a big question. We didn't know what was going on, and so, I mean, I was like, I was complaining like, oh, where's our real armor at this point? And then I was like, okay, well, put it on one ship. The ship is going to take all the concentrated damage, and you might be better off, just putting all the concussive on that, 3 concussive. And the big problem is how many D6Xs, which they still take over a day to put on, which is pretty much the armor of choice. Doesn't everybody? Well, I don't know. Again, I haven't one of these targets, so I should shut up. But
4 of mine have the 2 D6X and 2 D7 CTs.
Okay, yeah.
And they take 2 coins when they're completely dead. This one took 4, so. So as long as it survives the same amount of time, it's a better deal.
Yeah, at least those armors are cheap to, fit. It's the D6X is not cheap.
No.
But have you got enough D's? What are they called? Hang on a minute. You wouldn't have enough D7 CTs though.
What do you mean? I had enough of them.
2 for each. Did you put 2 on each?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some in pillage too.
Yeah, they were in pillage, and then we had the FM rewind.
Didn't I get them in pillage? That's weird. No, I did get them in pillage because why the hell then am I short?
You probably got CO or something. That's what I keep doing is getting CT and CO mixed up.
I'm too short. The hell?
Well, did you? Were you part of the FM rewind?
Yeah, I did that as well.
Okay, I was just because that would be too. because I got an extra $2 out of that.
Yeah, I did that.
I didn't get those.
I didn't.
What is it?
So my next experiment is just take out the flag completely and see if the 4, because it's not offering any offense, obviously.
What the hell?
If the other 4 are in there, if I take the same amount of damage or not.
Yeah, it says I only have 8. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I mean, I talked to Mike a long time last night as far as what happened with his tokens, and I couldn't figure that out either. So, yeah.
Let's go back to my pillage.
That was a pretty nice bonus.
Let's go back to my pillage spreadsheet.
It's the second time that's ever happened, as far as I recall.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Were they in pillage? Where are they in pillage?
You're really perturbed by your missing.
The wife stole them. The wife stole them, didn't she?
Yeah.
She don't want you to having those extra armors. There's no way to melt them down, but yeah.
Are they in the raid?
I don't think so. Anything about
No,
6.
from what I found in pillage, they only had D6 CTs.
Yeah, I don't think they had those in.
They didn't have D7s. They had D6s.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's only 3 of them that you could get them, and you're limited on how many you could get. Some
How
people
many-
want to get more.
How many FMs do we have
Some
in the
people-
end? 4 all up in the end. So that would make 8.
I know. I
I
think
don't know
we
how
have
you got
3.
10.
Three plus the bonus.
Yeah, so that's 4.
Yeah, yeah. So you should
So that
have
should
8.
be 8.
Yeah.
So how's he got 10? Where do you get 2 from? You've been hacking.
They reset, remember?
Yeah, that's
They
the
reset all
4th.
the prizes.
So that'd be
That's
8.
the 4th FM.
Hmm.
So that would make 8, 2 in each,
Okay.
wouldn't it?
I'm
As
double
far as I
checking.
know.
We're questioning
8.
4 times 2.
Yeah.
It's
This
possible.
is the first time in a.
Do you want
in a
to
lo-
have a look at your things to make
Yeah.
sure you haven't bought D6 CTs on them?
I am
couple
looking
of them.
now. That's what I'm wondering.
Okay, go in your limited, click on your 7s,
Yeah, I am.
just click on,
And maybe he
Yeah.
has some charge armor on there. Who knows?
over, across, to the right. There, yeah,
Okay.
go. Click,
I have 2 more.
I love the charge.
click. Yeah, you've only got 8. You've got to put the D6s on them, you twit.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Oh,
I'm not a hacker.
Joke.
at least he's not a hacker. He's a twit.
That's a D7.
I'd rather be a twit than a hacker.
Yeah.
Which is the D? Have you got? They're D7. That's a D6.
Yeah, no, that one here is all plate armor. Remember? That's how I didn't
See,
write
that's a
it right.
D6 on that one.
That's right.
That's got
That one?
D7s. The second one. No, the D.
You can tell.
Well, I can look at the picture. That D7.
My 4
Look at the
D7.
picture. You can see they're different.
Oh, you look at
Different
this.
sizes.
D7.
Different sizes.
There's all 8
That's
of them.
D7s.
There's the 8 D7s, right on 2 on each ship. And then
Yeah.
I never ran into the limit because I didn't have time to put them on the flag. So that's why I didn't need to hack.
Yeah.
No hackers. No hackers.
We're thinking, how the hell did you get freaking 10? I thought, no, I've been ripped off again.
Well, I'm just happy that I didn't go to try and build the ship and then not have enough parts. No. But I am disappointed it added 2 coins to it, though.
Yeah, he's still happy he didn't get chlamydia from that koala. So yeah.
Oh, shut up.
No let it pee.
Go stroke your own koala.
No pee. No pee. No pee.
Yeah. I mean, Lady Cat's got a picture of the koala that probably did the damage.
Hopefully it's not peeing.
No, it's seductively posed, Alan. I'm not sure what sort of forum group she's part of to find these pictures.
Oh no, I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
But yeah, it's
nightmares forever.
AdamandEve.com.
yeah, Raptor. We're still upset with
Oh,
you're
come on.
you're regarding the border, and then somehow Canada came down, stole Kicksite, and took them back to Canada.
Well, it's my fault. I let them.
Yeah. I'm glad you're taking it on yourself.
Now it's all
responsibility.
But like typical Canadians, we couldn't hold on to it, and somebody else stole it from us.
No, it's
I
get a call.
So. Yeah. That's a good question that Niall has, or Niall. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but as far as if somebody wants to take a more conventional route to hitting one of these targets, let's see what your battle report looks like as far as damage done, resistances, evade, and whatnot. That might be a point of discussion if we can see what you're doing. And see what the resistance is, survival and evade and whatnot, and how they all work together. And maybe the half and half of D6X and D7CT may not be the right thing, and who knows,
Okay. Hey, Hefe, I got it. I want to do a mic check. How's my mic now?
It's better.
All right, hold on. Wait a second.
Just don't get too excited.
What about now?
Okay.
Oh my god, my ears are wet now.
Oh Jesus! Leave it that way.
No, your mic levels are much better. Before you were, blasting me out, but yeah. So
there you go, Oscar. There's a koala for you.
He's gonna shit too.
No, this one's better. Hang on.
Get out of the way. Run. You get chlamydia.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, that's scary. I'll stay right away. Not good. That's the next weapon in Battle Pirates. Chlamydia Canyon.
Yeah, I really don't see that. I really don't see them progressing that way. It's always a possibility.
You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to hit any of these targets so people get familiarity? You don't have to do as well as Jeff did. But, people just might.
Somebody hit a 110 for me.
There you go. What about my koala? That one looks more fierce.
Oh, that's a dirty koala right there.
Yeah, that's a mad looking koala.
That thing's got like Vaseline all over it. That thing's been had.
He might have. You reckon he might have come in here?
It's all matted down and shit. Okay.
I don't know what happened to that koala.
Sorry, guys.
So
he's not a happy koala.
No, he's active.
All right, I think it's time for the after show.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. If anybody would like to actually hit a target, so anybody would want to see what the target looks like. Otherwise, yeah, we don't have much else to say here besides, different koala.
Koala to yourself.
Goddamn koala.
So if somebody wants to come on, I'll drop off because I think we're full.
Well, I think we got people. I'm just wondering, Ben popped in. I'm just, Ben does some good stuff.
What are you hitting? I just barely came in, so I don't really know what's going on. But what?
No. Yeah.
Come on, what do you got? What do you got? I'll do it.
No. We're just trying to figure out the how people are using their silverfish to hit the new targets. And if you have,
I got 4, no flags though.
Yeah. I mean, it could go either way on that. I don't have a problem either way. People found Jeff hitting the the target with a flagship with no weapons. Highly amusing. So as far as the show,
Did he actually did he concede? Did he actually beat it though? Or?
No.
Come on! I'm sorry.
I got 120 points.
Wrong choice of words when there's quality.
No. Did he beat the goddamn thing or not? I'm not gonna try and die.
No. He didn't beat it with no weapons, though. That didn't happen.
It was a quick look and then a quick sink.
All right, I'm gonna pop off the show so that somebody can come on, please.
Well, actually, I think I'm. Okay. If it doesn't happen in a couple of seconds, I'm going to end the show, and we can see you on Friday when we know more. When we've had a chance to hit these targets and try and figure out, what's the effect of evade, what's the effect of having armor, having these armors with repair times versus not even having any armor versus, some of these limited armors that we got in the FM. And maybe people can report back at that point because that's only Friday. This freaking raid is going till Tuesday. So, there could be some benefits found just by that, extension of the raid and whatnot. And maybe, again, I've been teasing having a third show during the week. Maybe this, continual stretch till Tuesday.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Sunday?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking of making it earlier so let the Brits join. Because the Brits are all, when the Brits show up, they're pretty much drunk and about ready to pass out.
Like awesome when we get done work. Like what? Noon or something? What are you thinking?
So
no, yeah. Well, what are you thinking? Like noon? What time?
No. I was thinking maybe like 6 or something. Just give them an extra hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not doing it radical. Like 6 a.m. I'm going to eat alfalfa sprouts and have
awesome.
That's not happening.
Nice. No, that sounds good. Awesome.
Okay. All right. So if anybody wants to pop in, but otherwise, I think I'm going to end the show. The link is out there for the after show, and I'll post it one more time. And I hope everybody is well in the raid. I'm just really sorry because of the timing of everything that we don't have a chance to provide you a little bit more insight. Hopefully on Friday, me and the crew will and anybody from the community can come in and help everybody as far as like what looks good, what looks bad, and go from there.
At least we got extra time this time, that's gonna help.
Yeah.
Yay, free Proto Apollos.
Yeah. Are they rolling the water?
I
haven't ended the broadcast, so just make sure you.
I'm sending them in the 40s at an auto.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Well, everybody, I will see you all on Friday, and the link's on the right-hand side in case you'd like to join. And see you then.
Take it easy, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Have a happy Black Swarm.